The Black Ops Cold War Zombies reveal Easter egg began today on Pawn Takes Pawn. We're going to be going through what happened, what is occurring tomorrow for day 2. An Easter egg may have been completed early on Zork, so we'll be going through that within this video. Some more stuff with Black Ops Cold War Zombies. I also want to respond to a bunch of your guys' comments as well. So a lot of exciting stuff to go through here. Let me start off first with the teaser trailer we received today.
Open, drop, save, restore. We've only begun to make our way through this maze of secrets.
How deep are you willing to go?
What paths will you travel? What other commands will you learn and follow? Let's blow this conspiracy up.
It was a very quick trailer, not a lot you can really take from it, but the YouTubers were able to use the codes that popped up in the teaser trailer, put the codes into their respective items that they were sent in the crates from Activision and Treyarch. That was pretty much the main purpose of that teaser trailer. That's what got the Easter egg started earlier today. So before we go through anything else, I want to thank you guys for continuing to support the channel every day. Yesterday's video, 947 likes. We also gained so many subscribers. We're at 56,500 subs, so 500 away from 57K. I mean, we're growing way too fast. It's actually insane. So thank you guys so much, and definitely subscribe if you're new for more Black Ops Cold War content. Shout out to the members. We actually had a couple of new members today. Master Enemy upgraded to the tier 2 commander level. Dylan became a member at the tier 3 warlord level, and Rainer Gaming with the lieutenant tier 1 level. Thank you guys so much for the support. Let's get started today at 12 Eastern. Like I said, we started off with the Easter egg teaser trailer. We got a bunch of the different codes from the trailer. The YouTubers used those codes, corresponded it with their separate parts, and then they went through and they started to solve the Easter egg. It kind of took a pretty long time. There was a solid 45 minutes, almost to an hour, where they were just trying to overlay images on top of each other, trying to talk to each other, trying to figure out what to do next. I'm not going to go through exactly what happened there because it's way too confusing and there's really no point. All we do know is that once they solved the first set of steps here, we got this dust off page. On this dust off page from Pawn Takes Pawn, there were instructions for airborne jump orders, and this is actually through the Chopper Command game. There is a screenshot from Chopper Command that the YouTubers had, this old Atari game. There are instructions for it, and pretty much you have to find some sort of way to actually get some sort of code, some sort of meaning out of the instructions for this old Atari game. And somehow, I don't even think the YouTuber solved it. It was probably Geeky. He solved the Pawn Takes Pawn Easter eggs last time in August, and he probably did this time as well. So pretty much once we got that, we have the code in here, and then we ended off with this page. This is pawntakespawn.com/fire and air, and this was the final page for the day. And it says here, explore Zork, which was the game we played last time, to secure the keys. Return at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9/24, which is tomorrow, to unlock the next step. So it's confirming here that tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, the same time as today, this will be continuing on Pawn Takes Pawn. We will have to input these 2 codes into this page from Zork, but it looks like those codes were already solved, already figured out. And I don't know if this is a thing that they were supposed to do or not, but I saw a tweet here. Milo, Mr. Waffles, broke the rules and played, I think he means Zork here instead of work, and got the 2 codes that we need to enter into Pawn Takes Pawn tomorrow. And he also did some coding to unlock the submit button. And this is pretty much a picture of Mr. Waffles putting the codes here. And here are the 2 codes for tomorrow. Now, I don't know if this actually went through. I'm pretty sure it's going to fully unlock tomorrow, but it looks like these are the codes that you get once you complete the Zork game today. I'm pretty sure Geeky has a tutorial, which I'll link down in the description below, on how to get all of the new achievements on Zork for Pawn Takes Pawn, the new Fire and Air Zork achievements. So if you want to do that, definitely check that video down in the description below. But tomorrow, we're using these codes. We're putting them into pawntakespawn.com/fire and air, and we will continue with the reveal Easter egg for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Now, the only thing here is that when are we seeing a gameplay trailer? Because here is the big debate. I think this is really cool. I would rather them do this type of stuff than do nothing for the reveal and at least the hype for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. But for most normal and casual people who just want to see zombies and they're not really into the ciphers and Easter eggs, it would be nice that alongside these Easter eggs every day on Pawn Takes Pawn, we would get some sort of teaser trailer that actually gives us like some good zombies content. I was hoping today that I knew we would get these ciphers. I knew we would get these Pawn Takes Pawn ciphers and Easter eggs, and that's obviously cool, but I was hoping alongside we would get a cryptic teaser video with actual zombies inside of it, and a video that we can actually break down and go through and look at and get hyped for, because today there really wasn't anything we can get for zombies. I saw a tweet here, the Pawn Takes Pawn stuff would be even cooler if we actually had to go into some zombies maps and find clues. That is such a sick idea, and this is just a random tweet I found, but it's such a good idea, and maybe they're actually planning on doing this the next couple of days. Hopefully they do, because like I said, the Pawn Takes Pawn stuff is cool, but having the community go into past zombie maps and finding different things that were there forever but are now useful for this reveal Easter egg would be the coolest thing ever, and the best way to bring the community into this reveal Easter egg for zombies. So hopefully they're planning on doing that. I mean, they did do that at the beginning of the Easter egg for Black Ops Cold War back in August, where we had to go into Black Ops 4 Summit and we had to do a bunch of stuff, but that was the only time we really had to go into a past game. Everything else was pretty much just in Warzone. Hopefully they incorporate the old zombie maps. That would be so insane. So we'll see if they actually do that. But with gameplay for this game, I mean, we're gonna have to wait. I doubt tomorrow we're seeing gameplay for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. I doubt we're gonna see it the day after. We have a couple of days of this reveal Easter egg. There's gonna be a couple of stuff. Hopefully it gets more interesting. Hopefully it isn't the same stuff like this every single day. I'm sure we're getting the gameplay teaser and the gameplay trailer for Black Ops Cold War Zombies very soon, within the next couple of weeks, less than 2 weeks at this point, maybe even next week. So be on the lookout for that. We have to do this Easter egg stuff first, so we might as well just take part in this Easter egg, have fun, and just see what happens next. Let's go through here a bunch of comments from you guys in my last video. Again, leave your comments down below as to what you want to see for Black Ops Cold War Zombies, anything you want me to talk about. Carl Morgan, a member of the channel, says this here. Here's my prediction. The sky will go dark as blue lightning skies. Zombies will start crawling out of the ground from within the gas, and you'll have to survive for a certain amount of time. After that, you'll have to run to the stadium again for shelter, and that's when we get the reveal trailer for zombies. So he's pretty much laying out how the zombies reveal for Black Ops Cold War will go down within Warzone. I mean, most likely it's going to be within Warzone, and that sounds pretty cool. I mean, that sounds like a pretty solid idea. Whether or not it's exactly that, like, obviously, I mean, I think the sky will go dark. I mean, I could definitely see that happening. Zombies will start crawling out from the gas. You have a certain amount of time to escape, run to the stadium for shelter. I mean, I could definitely see something like that happening for the reveal right before we get the actual full gameplay trailer. If you guys have any ideas of how it's going to be revealed in Warzone, definitely let me know. We'll talk about that, but that's definitely a cool idea there. Now let's shift over to the game at large, not about the reveal, but 2 different game modes within Black Ops Cold War Zombies. So Skull Knight says this: the idea of 2 types of zombies game modes seems very interesting. One mode for the more OG fans that just want to survive and play, with a second mode that has intricate quests for lore and story. I think in this way, BO3 and BO4 alienated a large part of their fan base with the newer style of story-heavy zombies, which I personally prefer, but I can appreciate the fans who prefer simpler zombies with pack-punch and maybe some easy quests for weapons, etc. So this is a very interesting point, and I think it was leaked that Treyarch is thinking about 2 different game modes for zombies, one basic survival game mode and one Easter egg game mode. I think that could be very cool, but not for this reason. The reason why I say that is because technically, if you're playing Black Ops 4 Zombies or Black Ops 3 Zombies and you're hopping into Shadows of Evil, you don't need to do any of the Easter eggs. You don't need to listen to the storyline, listen to the quotes. You don't really need to do anything. You could just play the map, go for your wonder weapon, get everything you want to get for a high round, and that's pretty much it. But if you want to take part in the Easter egg, you could do the Easter egg steps, do all that different stuff, and it's fun. I think a good reason why they should separate it is because the actual Easter egg game mode would be a map altering effect that the Easter egg has, stuff on the map that completely changes to where high rounds doesn't make sense. You're not really playing for fun. Like, the map literally changes as you do the Easter egg, and once you complete the Easter egg, crazy things happen with the map ends, you complete the game, and that's that. I mean, if it's just an Easter egg game mode, they could do a lot of crazy stuff with that without affecting the normal map at large. And the separate map would be the survival mode for, you know, sort of the casual or just going for high round players, and they don't need to be confused with the storyline stuff. They don't need to be confused as to what's going on. Maybe they could just do that. So I don't know. I feel like it's a solid idea. It's not necessary because, like I said, you could play a normal map, choose to go for high rounds, or choose to do the story. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But if they do separate it, it would be sick if the Easter egg mode had all these different new features, map changing elements, different stuff like that. Another comment here, Dallas says, what if the giant is inside of the Transit remake? This is very interesting. It's a simple comment. It's very interesting though. The Transit remake, again, something that was leaked, something that we've been talking about for several months now. The giant is a surprise. Who knows if it's actually being remade again, but it would be kind of cool if they do remake the giant, get a small section of the giant, place it into some sort of area of the Transit. Like, what if the power, the factory area in Transit is actually a portion of the giant this time around? Like, that would be pretty sick. And it's not just the same portion of the giant, it's a new portion of the giant. So it's from the giant, it's in the Transit remake, and it's a new part of the giant we were not able to play in before, like a building outside of the map that we were never able to actually go into and train in and open the doors of. So that would be a really sick implementation into Transit. And again, what if Transit, the remake, is like a Revelations type map where it has a bunch of different elements from the old Zombies maps, but it's not how Revelations did it. Revelations just took basic elements of old zombie maps. I would want the Transit remake to have new elements of the old zombie maps. So every old zombie map that returns in the Transit remake, I would want it to be a new portion. Like the giant, I want it to be an extended version of the giant. Not the giant that we played in before, but a whole reimagined the giant. Or if Kino returns and a portion of Kino is within Transit, I want it to be outside of the alleyway. I want it to be in the streets of Berlin, just outside Kino, not anywhere that we ever actually played in Kino, but places that we've never played in Kino, outside of Kino. Like, that would be so sick. So if they do something like that, that'd be pretty cool. Although I didn't really like Revelations, I didn't really like the fact that they just morphed every map together and it was kind of just like playing the old maps over again. So maybe I should scratch that idea, but you know, we'll see. Again, these are just ideas. Who knows what they actually do in the future for this DLC season. I just hope it's fun, honestly. I just hope we have a lot of cool maps, new maps, remakes, and I just hope it's fun. So let me know down below if you guys have any other crazy ideas. It really doesn't matter. I'll be sure to add them and talk about them in the video. If they're kind of interesting, I kind of have some stuff to talk about with it as well. And that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a comment below zombies if you watched the whole video. It's greatly appreciated. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.